Have you ever caught yourself narrating your own life while making coffee? Or maybe you walked into a room and had a full, two-sided argument with yourself. And the weirdest part is you actually lost the argument. Then you pause, look around, hoping nobody heard you. And for a second you think, wait, am I okay? But here's the truth most people don't know. Talking to yourself isn't crazy. In psychology, it's called self-talk or inner speech, and it's one of the most powerful tools the brain uses for focus, emotional control, and decision-making. And depending on why you do it, it can reveal how your mind is wired. Today, we're breaking down the 4 types of people who talk to themselves. And trust me, the last type, the rarest one, is linked to something psychologists call self-regulation, and it's a level of mental strength most people will never reach. Now let me explain. First, we have the external processor. You don't talk to yourself because you're lonely. You do it because your brain needs to hear information to organize it. Psychologically, this is linked to working memory and executive function. Some people can hold 10 thoughts in their head like open tabs, but your brain prefers to pull the thoughts out of the shadows and turn them into sound. So when you speak your tasks or your problems out loud, you're doing something called cognitive offloading, basically reducing mental pressure by moving the thought outside your head. You're not talking to the air. You're editing your thoughts in real time. Like a perfectionist staring at a design for hours, you use your voice to make sure every detail is correct before you act. For you, self-talk is not weird. It's a tool. Next is the lone thinker. This is the person who has spent so much time in their own inner world. They stop needing other people to validate their thoughts. You've built a whole universe inside your mind. You analyze, you argue, you replay situations, and you win and lose battles without ever needing a crowd. Psychologically, this type has high self-awareness and strong metacognition, meaning you don't just think. You think about your thinking. But here's the key. There's a healthy version and an unhealthy version. The healthy version is reflection. The unhealthy version is rumination, when the mind repeats the same painful thoughts with no solution. So if you're a lone thinker, your self-talk can either be your superpower or your trap. Then, there is the social rehearser. This is the person who practices a job interview, a difficult breakup speech, or even a simple hello in the mirror before walking outside. You don't talk to yourself because you're fake. You do it because your brain is trying to protect you. Psychologically, this is connected to social anxiety, emotional regulation, and something called impression management. You rehearse because you want control. You want to predict how people will react. So you test different versions of yourself in private before the world starts watching. This is also why some people talk to themselves right before they enter a room full of people. You're basically building a mask, not because you're weak, but because you're prepared. Finally, we have the rarest type, the self-determined mind. This is the person who talks to themselves because they've reached emotional independence. They don't crave constant attention. They don't need external validation. They don't need people to clap for them to feel worthy. Instead, they find approval from within. Psychologically, this connects to self-determination theory, which says real well-being comes from autonomy, competence, and inner satisfaction. You talk to yourself because you are your own best mentor and your own most trusted friend. You don't need a crowd to feel alive, because your identity is already stable. You understand something most people never learn. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's self-connection. And that's why this type of self-talk isn't just thinking out loud. It's mental mastery. So which type are you? Are you the external processor, the lone thinker, the social rehearser, or the self-determined mind? Or maybe you have a type 5, a unique reason you talk to yourself that I didn't mention. Comment your type below, because I'm genuinely curious how many of us are having these private conversations. And if this video made you feel a little less weird and a lot more understood, share it with someone who also talks to themselves. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss our next dive into the hidden parts of your mind.